Okay, doesn't that just make you want to dance? I mean, I think it's so fun. Welcome to Wonder Wednesday. My name is Lisa Schmid, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And my husband Dave is behind the camera, but he does all the other stuff that I don't like to do. So he does all the technical stuff. Um, Wonder Wednesday is a time when you can ask questions, and I'll get it ready for the next Wednesday. Like, how do I use this product? What is this? How do you do that? Could be a technique, could be a product, could be anything you are interested in. Just let me know and I will show you. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to make the inside of your card a little bit more wow. Instead of, the card always looks so nice and then people open it and that's where you write in it, of course, but how fun if there's an extra little surprise inside. So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you what we're going to do. The first thing I like to do is I am cutting this paper. This paper is cut at 4 1/4. Nope, 4. I was going to write it down for you. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so it's cut at 4 and 5 by 5 1/4. That is our standard size for to fit inside a standard size card. So I go ahead and cut a whole bunch, and then I just tuck them near where I make my cards because I'm always going to use these. So let me show you some different ideas. You may want to count and see how many there are. I don't know. Okay. Hey, Barb, good evening. So this is our Build a Wreath stamp set. And funny thing, this was under here, it says give thanks. I was like, that's too Thanksgiving. Let's just change it up for spring. But one thing you can do is you can stamp a little bit inside just to make it, give it a little wow. Just go ahead and stamp inside. I did stamp on a separate piece of paper. To me, that's always a little bit safe because what if I stamp and then I don't like it? You can always cover it up, but so you can stamp inside. Here is another one. I love the chickens. So here is another one that I know, and we lost another chicken. Now we're down to 4. We think it might be the food. So we got some new food today. I gave it to them. I was kind of afraid to go out there. But anyway, so what's going to be the surprise in this side? Stamping. So I stamped a little bit here, put a little Crystal Effects, or not Crystal Effects, Wink of Stella. You can see a little, I don't know if, yeah, you can see it, the glittery. But how fun. I mean, this is a birthday, and then you open it up, and there's a chicken sniffing a cupcake. That's kind of funny. I do find when we have more than one color, it kind of adds something. So here's another card. This one, these are popped up on the foam, but that's not what I'm showing you today. So inside, look how fun that is. When you open that, cue the confetti. It's got, 2 different colors. It's just kind of fun. It makes the whole card like just so much more fun. It makes me smile. Here is another idea. Okay, so on the inside, one thing you can do is mimic the front. So you could punch, if you have a punch on the front, even if you don't have a punch on the front, we could mimic that inside because that makes it just, it looks nice, right? So that's something else we could do. The other thing, so this one is not really mimicking, but I did pop up the inside and I put it on a color. So it really pops out rather than just stamping it on the inside. So that gives us a nice pop of color. Hi, Diane. Oh, no, poor chicken. I know. The other thing we can do is take some designer series paper that coordinates with the front and put it inside. So that just is super simple, kind of quick and easy. I think I did that same thing I did on this one. So the paper didn't coordinate exactly, but it is the same. It's both from the Hydrangea Haven designer series paper. Isn't that fun? So it just jazzes up the inside, but you didn't have to do much of anything at all. Here's another thing you can do. Now this card it's pretty, it's super pretty. There's not a lot of color here. So I thought, well, what if we bring some color in on the inside? So you could sponge the edges. You kind of have to like a little bit of a rougher, not so particular. You just take a sponge, that kind of look, and you just sponge the edges and it gives a little color. And if you end up doing, if you want more color, if you actually kind of lean more in, that's where you get it not as, I think, not as clean. But if you just do it just on the edge, you get a nice clean edge, and it just adds a little color. I think I did this a little bit on this one, and I probably am more this style. So, but you can stamp, and then you could stamp another image. I stamped from the same Fine Art Floral stamp set, but I stamped it off so I can make it lighter. You can just write right over it or around it, or I was thinking you could write right over it. So just to dress up the inside. Here's another one, another idea. And this one, we're going to take this embossing and carry the embossing through to the inside. So it really, when you see embossing, I don't know, when I see embossing, first thing I want to do is touch it, always. I always want to touch the embossing. So it just gives a little bit inside that you're like, oh, what's that? Like automatically you want to touch it. So just carrying, either if this one didn't have any embossing, you could just put some on the inside. But this one, I'm going to use the same embossing on the inside. This is from our cactus kit. This card was actually made by Shelley Gruber. But I thought, ooh, let's decorate the inside. How fun is that? So this one, we're going to use, you can use your little trio corner punch. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that one. So if you just go ahead and punch out the 4 corners, or you could do 2 corners, I guess. I'm going to punch out all 4 corners. You just stick it in all the way and punch it. You end up with all these little pieces of paper. And then I took from the cactus stamp set, go ahead and I took the cactus. And then so I'm just going to take my cactus in Pear Pizzazz. And really what you need to do, I'm going to bring in my little paper again because you need to stamp off a little bit because you don't want it so dark. So you want to make sure you stamp off. I mean, you could stamp as much as you want in here. Let's make a little cluster there. And then I could use my words, whatever words I want. I decided to use You've Been on My Mind. Can you grab the black ink for me? There's always something, friends, always something. And if you notice, this one didn't have this. I'm going to show you this while he's getting that. So I finally figured out after many, 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 many years, it's in the drawer in the cabinet, the many years, the best way to put these on is to leave the sticker here. I don't know why I always pulled the sticker off and stuck it on. Leave the sticker here. Rotate this till you get it just right because you can see where it goes because it fits right in there. So much better. So it took me a long time to learn that. I'm not sure why. But anyway, so we're going to stamp with this You've Been on My Mind in black right on the inside. And I'm going to look and make sure I don't have any black on the edges. Of course, I could flip this over if I wanted to, but just jazzes it up a bit. Now this card, the main color is white. So I layered it with Pear Pizzazz because white on this on white doesn't really do much, but look at this, how pretty it is to bring out some of the color. And you could, obviously you could do this on any brighter colors. I feel like it pops out more. This was when I was looking for a yellow to do because yellow really pops on that. So that's how you can do just kind of dress up the inside like that. All right, something else you can do. This is from our snail mail. I think I just bumped the camera. Sorry about that. Snail mail. The other thing you can do here is you can just take a little strip that coordinates with it and just tear it. Tear it. You want to tear a little more, a little less. I think I'll use this side. And you could just stick this right inside to just give it a little bit of color on the inside. A little bit of dimension, a little bit of color. Yep, I'm going to go right to the edge. I do like to do it a little bit longer and go back and trim it. This was made by Christine Miller because if I don't do that, then I just don't ever want it to be shorter. But that's kind of fun. So when you open this up, you end up with, oh, there's something fun in there. Now, one other thing you can do when you tear paper is you can spritz it with either water or alcohol and crumple it all up. It makes it like leather and it really, really looks pretty. If you spray it with alcohol, it's going to dry quicker than if you spray it with water. But I'm going to crumple it a little bit more. Our cardstock is so very thick. It is hard to crumple without getting it a little bit moist. I don't know why people hate that word, but that's one of those words. So if you wanted to, I don't know that the texture, I would not put this in this one, but let's say it kind of looks like leather, or it looks like suede. Yeah, it does. It looks like suede. So that would be another different kind of thing, that you could put inside just to make it pop out a little bit more. All right. The last one is probably my favorite one. So what you could do here, how fun is that? Just punch out a circle and then stamp. And I'm going to show you something. Yep, little trick, because you're here with me tonight. I actually stamped in the hole and thought, oh, that is too light. But no worries, because I have that circle, so I'm just going to stamp it until I get the ink the way I want it to be. As you can see, I re-inked my pad. Didn't like that. I do like this. And then you can just fit that right in the circle, and nobody knows, because it looks like you stamped right on the paper behind it. Isn't that so fun? This is probably my favorite. I just think that's kind of a cool little technique there, and then right around it. So I think there's 10 or so different ideas on how to do the inside. I do want to show you, I made one, but I'm going to show you this first. So the Take It Up a Notch, which is coming on, is it March 25th? Yes. I did show you this one. This is the double Z fold. And I was super determined to learn how to make this card, and I would love to share it with you if you take that class. Okay, so here it is. It's using the Hydrangea Haven. Watch this. It's so fun. I'm telling you, ladies, it took me, and gentlemen, never want to isolate. It took me just a little bit to figure out. It's not hard. I just couldn't get the mechanics working out on it. So anyway, isn't that so fun? So that is another card for our Take It Up a Notch. And then the last one is to come. Let's see, today is Wednesday. Hopefully I'll have that by Saturday for you. No, I will have it by Saturday. Okay, so these are two of the Take It Up a Notch. And then we still have space if you want to do the quick stamp. Right today, yes, Friday. Friday is the deadline to sign up for this one. And here's our quick stamp cards. I know some of you have signed up for those. There's our ice cream, of course, the shaker card, and this one. So fun. So that is our quick stamp. I showed you our Take It Up a Notch. And then don't forget, if you're interested in the You Are Amazing kit, and these are the cards you would make at that, 4 of each of these. So these are really quick cards, because a lot of the pieces, well, they're all cut out for you for number one. So it's quick for me. It's quicker than any other card class. And it comes with everything. I always do this right on top of the box, and then you can't see it. Sorry. Dave's nodding like, you do. So anyway, those are super fun cards, fun colors. So that's the You Are Amazing. You can get it with or without the stamp set. Okay, friends. Well, that's what I have to show you. Are there? Oh, yeah. See, Barb, Diane, you're like, cool. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. You could just do this all day. So, all right. Well, I'm curious if you put in the chat, which is one of your favorite insides. Got torn paper and the hole, the punch, the corners, lots of things, stamping, edging. That's probably not one of my favorites. So lots of different things, lots of different insides to your cards. So that's what I have to show you. It's not very exciting. I should leave it open like this so you can see it. Well, I kind of do like that one. What did I do? I opened it and I touched it. And I really do like this one. Is one of my favorites as well. This right here. I just think that, well, the whole card, right? The chicken and the eggs. Love it. Love it. All right. So that's what I have to share with you tonight. And I hope that you will sign up for some stamping if you want to have stamping classes. I would love to do a party with you and to meet some of your friends and introduce them to the wonderful hobby, art, business of stamping. All right. I always tell you stamping makes me happy. It really does. I love it. And I would love to share that with you as well. All right, friends, thanks so much. And I will see you on Saturday. Bye.